Hey everybody, Justin here for another episode of Betrayal of the Mountains of Madness. We are on scenario 6B, City of the Elder Things Part 2, which you can see right here. On the clifftop high above the sunless sea, the sounds of penguins is still omnipresent. In the cave wall ahead of you is a worked opening which rises into a shallow ramp. Dyer notes that it was on a very similar ramp that he and Danforth came face to face with Shuggoth on their previous visit. Yes, this is that same ramp, comments Atu. We are at the bottom of it. The fluid ones do not come here often. Food and warmth are more plentiful down in the sea. I still haven't been able to piece together what any of this is about, comments Dyer as you slowly ascend the ramp. What are the city builders doing? Why are they abducting academics? What are these Stygian things that thrive in the warmth? The city ruins are filled with murals which I found quite comprehensible. Perhaps we can learn something. I have done all the setup. Let us do this. We have a bunch we need to read, and we have to give out some swarming cards too. All right, these should be back in the deck. The lower levels of the city now lie deep beneath the ice. Empty rooms devoid of furniture form the lower parts of the buildings that stretch into the sky, but you cannot find a way up. Exterior doors are sealed shut, but a few intact corridors run between the buildings, creating a subterranean maze. Suddenly the ground shakes, your vision swims, and for a moment you see alien creatures bustling all around you. The effect is momentary, and the scene quickly fades back to the still corridors of the dead city. 14 Doom, hint, try to complete Act 1 before this agenda advances. The lower city. The alien murals line many, maybe most of the dark hallways, seemingly their principal method of decoration. Curious lines of dot patterns lie along the base of each panel. Investigators at any location may activate abilities on the topmost cards, the Nameless Darkness and the Prothalic Heresy decks. Let's go with that pronunciation, I don't know. When the round ends, if all 4 copies of the Nameless Darkness are in the victor display and all remaining investigations are at the Cyclopean Gateway, we immediately advance. Hint, you may not have time to collect everything. Okay, let's see what we got. After you remove the last clue from a lower city location, spend player clues as group to draw this card and flip it. More lore from a runes location. Okay. So we're looking for Nameless Darkness for this. And the Cyclopean Gateway is over here. A lot of these enemies we've seen before. This guy's new. He's a Nazi hunter, so that's like super metal. When this enemy takes damage from an Ahaneber, ally, ranged, or firearm card, deal half the damage, round it up to the attacking enemy or investigator. Interesting problem coming up a lot with this playthrough that my whole ethos of design kind of assumes you're playing weekly. I mean, that is very fair. I am the odd person out probably. I am the odd person out for this. Pathfinder from Shuggoth. I love this little robot crab. Massive immune rival patrol to the Sunless Cliffs. Okay. While there's an investigator at a connecting location, this enemy loses patrol and gains hunter. After this enemy enters the Sunless Cliffs, flip it. Okay. We got some Germans. We got some penguins. We got more Germans. We got some Shuggoths. We got some Nazi hunters. I'm loving it. Okay. Let's see what our opening hands are, shall we? Like, luckily Joe Ashcan can get running pretty easily. Always love me a scientific theory. Always love me a machete. We're going to burn everything else. You don't get a play. Okay. Honestly, it's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good start. Okay, and then over here, I'm actually going to burn everything except Jacob. We're looking for ice picks. I drew too many cards, but we actually drew the perfect amount of cards, if you catch my drift. Okay. Let's see what this is, shall we? Hola! Wow! Rah, 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 rah. Okay, so hype. So we're looking for lower city location. So this one, it's actually arguably a bit better to... This one, it has the Pathfinder from Yuggeth, right? Just got into Arkham Horror with revised core and loving your How to Win videos. Mike, thank you so much. I love to hear it. We love making them, and anytime someone says they're really digging our How to Win videos and we're potentially helping people win more, I get really hyped about that. The FM God, how's it going? Welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you. Okay. People have been recommending them a lot on Reddit recently. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, I do stand by them. I do think they will help you win more. Because I have a pretty good rate with Arkham. And I mean, I do play a lot of Arkham. I play a lot of Arkham. But I stand by it, especially the importance of not wasting your time. One thing you've probably noticed watching me play your campaign is how important for me it is to get going on turn 1. I like to just immediately start functioning, and it allows the pace for it to actually it's just, tempo is so important. And I feel like a lot of people, when they're just starting out, they don't understand the tempo that you need to have to really succeed this game. Okay, speaking of that, what are we going to do this turn? I don't know how to be positive, but you Maple Leaf. I mean, I'll take it. I'm Canadian. I'm a Maple Leaf. I'm a walking Maple Leaf. 100%. That's why I start you in the same location as a massive enemy. Actually, and I picked up your language on that. Even one thing that's very noticeable that you had in that last scenario, if I may, sorry for everyone who's watching on YouTube. If you don't want to see the design talk, maybe skip a few seconds. But this guy teaches you that you're not supposed to fight in that scenario, right? You want to find alternative ways to deal with creatures. And even your hunter enemy shows you that you need to always be moving, and you want to look to get the massive enemy. You always why you want to be moving. So you're told as the player that you always need to be moving, so your tempo needs to be quick, and you don't want to be fighting, so you don't need to spend as much time setting up that you normally would to fight. Movement and tempo are more important than just sitting down and being prepared to fight, especially because that massive enemy can't die. All right, what about this? So we want to get these clues. This has some player obstacles on it. Okay. I agree. It's pretty fun, Voiceless Mango. It's just, you're always moving, you're always doing something. Getting clues feels good. All right, these penguins are a bit spooky. One thing I like about Arkham Horror is how clear the race is between you and the game. I tried Mansions of Madness last year, and it does a less stellar job of clarity. I agree. I agree with that as well, because they also both have a very similar thing where you actually don't really know what your objective is, what your overarching objective is for it. In Arkham Horror, you know you have to complete the act, so you look at the act for it, but sometimes it's a bit more vague. Even this one is kind of vague. You want to find the nameless darkness. How do I do that? I have to explore, obviously, to get that going. But with Mansions of Madness, it's just explore until you find what you need to do, right? So you'll spend a lot of time just doing things that are thematic and fun, because I do really like Mansions of Madness, but it is more flavor over game to me. Well, this one is a perfect blend of flavor and game. Casparo, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. All right, let's take our first turn finally, shall we? So we need to get these things. These Germans aren't that scary. Oh, these guys have rival monster. I think I might have... Oh, no, monsters are these things. These penguins aren't monsters. We want Jacob. Honestly, fire extinguisher could be really nice here. Precious Memento, also pretty sick. Yeah, the house is creaking more, the house is creaking a ton, versus actually knowing when the agenda will flip. Very true. Alright, so we don't want to play Scientific Theory yet because we need a bit more soak. Did I put people in my deck? I didn't, did I? All right, well, we'll just take the same ones we had last time. Zoop. Zoop. Just for simplicity. And I could have drawn them in my opening mulligan, but I probably would have mulliganed them away. So we'll just say for simplicity, we'll just go. So my question is, do we just go start fighting these Germans? Probably, because there's going to be a big war over here. And patrol means they basically hunt to that location, right? I've played with the patrol keyword very little. All right, well, we're going to start by drawing 3 cards. So we'll play the survival knife into the stand together, and then we're going to move into this location. We can take 1 meat damage. That ain't a problem. All right, then we're going to drop down the ice pick. We're going to play Jacob, of course. I'm even going to play the Precious Memento, TBH. Then we're going to Duke into this location. And we're going to ice pick this. Oh my god, this is incredible with that. Holy cow. All right, so this one is the if you pass by 2, heal a horror. If you fail by 2, heal a damage. Okay. So we're going to investigate at 5 to the game's 3. You know, sometimes the game doesn't want you to do it, and that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big guy. All right. So this guy moves into here. This guy moves in. There's a big brawl going on here, and I'm here for it. All right, so this guy is going to attack the Star Chamber. So he'll take 2 damage. This guy is going to attack the Nazi. This guy is going to attack this thing. Big brawl right here. All right, so this guy's going to attack us, but we're going to use the... so you can now heal a damage. If you fail a skill test by 2 or more, I can heal a damage from it. Yeah, but there's no damage marked on it right now. All right, so we're going to go 6 to 2. Oh my god, that's incredible. It's on the bottom. All right, this guy's dead. Ooh, that's nice, actually. We take 1 damage. Okay, upkeep. Holy crap, okay. We're at 1 of 14. Let's give this a shuffle. Let's see what we got here. Sure. That's a bit spooky, but we can parlay with him. So how does rival work again here? Let's go look at that. Because I feel like in flavor they should be fighting each other, but I don't think that's how it works. No, they still just stay with me. Okay. Oh, no, sorry, I was not supposed to shuffle that. This guy should be on the bottom. You only shuffle the card back into, so this should just be off the top. All right, burning the midnight oil. I know I have 2 of those in there, but I still should not have shuffled. Okay. So, like, what's our plan here? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh, this isn't good. Icebound prisoner? That's not great. Well, we're going to take 2 horror. I'm going to put it on this. All right, remember that we have weakened the seals. Let's write that down. Weakened the seals. And then we reveal each adjacent location. All right, 2 obstacles, 2 clues, and this is a lower city. That's good. That's where we want to be. Over here, when you enter this location, draw an encounter card. Yikes, that's tough. Especially with these MF and penguins here. Especially with these MF and penguins. Okay, we have 1 action left. I think it would be funny if there were 2 golf commentators whispering what was happening. I mean, I agree. I'm here for it. We're going to have Duke bite the Nazi. Good boy. 6 to 2. -4. Jacob. Kill the Nazi Duke. Good boy. And then we'll discard this to ready him. We take a horror at the end of our turn. I'm going to put it on Duke. Actually, I'm going to put it on me. Because I'm going to wager if we can get this done before 14, we might get a bonus again, and that might be healing. So do we think we can kill this guy? I think I'm going to risk it. We're going to play the scientific theory because I think the boost is better. So we have 7 to 4. That's a hit. That's a miss. No retaliate. Let's go again. All right, enemy phase. This guy joins the party. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? So, the Nazi is fighting the monster. We want the Nazi to deal the damage to the monster. That seems important. If this guy dies, that would be sweet. This guy is dealing the damage to the Nazi. He killed the Nazi. I don't know whose perception this is. I'm going to assume it's Ashcan's. I think that's a safe assumption. This guy attacks Star Chamber, so the Nazi hunter unfortunately has hunted his last Nazi. And then this guy is I'm actually gonna have him kill the Nazi because I think I'd rather fight Nazis than this thing right now. Does he attack each enemy? And each valid target. This guy's also dead. Oh wait, this guy's not, no, he is massive, he is massive. You're also dead. Okay. Now this guy goes to attack me. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go 8 to 4. If we draw the autofail here, we're in a bad spot. If there is an unengaged hunter enemy in play, you must choose one. There are no unengaged hunter enemies in play. We are fine. This guy's dead. Okay. Now we go upkeep. I'm never going to say no to Lucky 3. I'm never going to say no to Practice Makes Perfect. We're at 2 of 14. Evil card here. Test Brain or Foot 5. For each point you fail, you must either take 1 damage, take 1 horror, choose to discard a card from your hand, or lose 1 action. This card ain't joking around. We're going to go 4 to 5. 2. We'll take 2 damage. So we failed by 2. Does this happen after? Can I heal one of these? No, it's probably when I draw the token, right? This is probably when I draw... It's like the same window as this. So this is after I fail. Rough. All right. Probably worth it. Seem declined to pick this up. These penguins are scary. We're wasting a lot of time here. And as I said earlier, I hate wasting time. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to Practice Makes Perfect. As we investigate. We're investigating, obviously. Grabbing the deduction. So, this is action 2. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 3. Sweet. We'll grab 2 clues. This deduction is going to come to our hand. And then, because we discovered the last clue from a lower city, we can read as a group. The murals cover a huge variety of topics and a myriad display of styles. You scan every surface looking for anything from their history that can enlighten you about the current events. Dyer is staring at a mural that holds no special significance in your estimation, scratching his head. Something happened, muses Dwyer, during the Cretaceous period where their culture began to degenerate. We see a marked downward slump in the quality of the craftsmanship, the masonry, even the apparent mood of their people. And it never recovers. The energetic expansionist colonists who claimed this world and persisted for 1 billion years begin to transform into a debased, superstitious vestiges. Our legends say the stagnant ones were defeated by outsiders in a great war, replies Atu, but it can be hard to distinguish myth from history. According to the murals, they won those wars, says Dyer. I think it was something else, something internal, perhaps a natural disaster. But what natural disaster could possibly threaten a civilization that outlasted the movement of the continental plates? Put this card to add as the victory display. Okay. Lower city, lower city. In a perfect world, if this is also a lower city, we got really lucky. Last action, we're going to investigate at 6-3. All right. This will trigger. Oh my god, and we actually still do get one of these on that. That's kind of funny. Okay. So we're going to play Scavenging. Then we're going to get rid of that. Next turn, Penguins, I'm coming for you, except this is like a spooky location. Beep, beep, I'm a robot. Beep, beep, I'm a robot. I'm coming. All right. We got some Germans. Oh, Joe does not like this. All right, we're going to go 5-5. -2. All right, I can discard a card from my hand. And then I'll take a horror for my other one. All right, that would be a great card for us to get the Eye of Truth on. We'd have to pass it still, but yeah. All right, Duke can probably solve this problem. So, Joe, you are going to move up here. You are going to be the one who draws the encounter card. Test foot 3. We're testing 2-3. Well, I put the damage on horror. It should be on here. We also should see what this is. Scene of the crime. All right, we're testing 2-3. Moved in. These penguins suck. Tunnels. Okay. Okay. So we have 3 damage that we have to divvy out. I think unfortunately we might need to pop this. That sucks. But I think we have to, because Michael Lee's more important. And we don't want to lose the action because we can actually get out of here. We're going to deduct this location. So we have 5, 6, 7-2. -4 is still good enough, because this one gives you the extras. This one's still just regular deduction as well. So we're going to grab 2 Clues. What, do I have to spend them? Yeah. So we'll also obviously spend these ones here to do this. Here, look, remarks Dyer, studying a frise, which depicts the bygone skyline of the city. This part has been obliterated, scratched out. It's not a coincidence. The exact same part of the city is erased in similar images. In renditions which predate the cultural shift, there is nothing visible behind, but recent murals have this blank space. It is the storm, says Atu, to the west of the city. There is always a great storm fixed in place. The stagnant ones feared it. I am not clear why. Windows that faced it must have blocked up, and images do not show it. Dyer ponders. When we left after the first visit, Danforth looked back in this same direction, and he saw something. He could never describe it clearly. The nameless cylinder in the black pit, he said. The elder Pharos. A Pharos is a lighthouse. Did he see whatever it is they are trying to forget? Add this card to the victory display. I love lore. Let's move back in here. All right, Duke, the dog, bite the man. We have 4-2. Jacob, kill the man. No, my denying existence. It is but so strong. We're going to bite the man again. We're going to discard this to ready Duke, obviously. And then we're going to attack at 4-2. We'll be lucky. So 4 minus 3 is 1, plus 3 is 4, so we succeed by 2 or more, so we're going to heal a horror from this. We draw a card. As for our last action, sorry, this actually should already be on it. This set is the Dormant Shoggoth. I suppose I'm just going to gain a resource. Beep boop, I'm a robot. All right, 4 of 14. I feel like our pace is very slow, but I feel like we'll probably start moving quicker soon. Discard this card, okay. This location, discard this card. Okay. What do we got here? Hey. So it's kind of crazy, but I'm going to give these 3 to Ashcan Pete. I made the right choice. All right. We're going to spend 2 actions to leave this location, and then we're going to engage the Penguin. We're going to Duke into this location, which costs us an additional action. We're going to investigate, which costs us a resource. But then we're going to fight this guy. So we're going to investigate this location with this deduction. So we have four, 5, 6 to 3. Minus 3 is good. We'll grab 2 clues. Let's get rid of this. This is a lower city. Let's keep it going. I'm loving this lore stuff. This one feels also definitely more chill than the other one. You find a mural, I mean, which makes sense. There's no giant, unkillable ice milk monster trying to kill us. Let's drink some bubbly. Oh, it burns so good. You find a mural which seems to be tutelary. A tutelary explanation of the technology of the city builders. I'm learning so many new words. It appears to depict something resembling a lighthouse, but a lure rather than a warning. Strange entities are trapped and then embedded within devices to empower them. You recall the dangerous fire spirits that power the train system when encased in crystals. A nearby mural shows a similar process, but in this case the entity is vastly larger, an amorphous thing from which the city builders scrape biological material to engineer all manner of living servants. We know that being as Ubo Sathla, explains Atu. Our legends say the stagnant ones called it down and trapped it. They plundered its living flesh to fashion all the mortal beings in the world, including your own kind. Add this card to the effing victory display. All right. I'm going to discard a card to Ready Duke. And then we're going to bite the... Oh, no, sorry. No, I succeeded by 0. We're going to bite this thing. We have 4-1. Ready Duke. See you later, horror. Incredible. Dead. We draw a card. Excuse me, I did not sign up for this. All right, we got to get out of here next turn. Okay, we go upkeep. Oh, sorry, this guy attacks us. We take 1 horror and 2 meat. 5 of 14. Please no Nazis. Joe, man, you gotta just chill. 2 to 3. Can I afford to lose an action here? Probably not because of this robot. One, two, three. Yuck. Okay, we maybe try for an evade. So Joe's got to go first. So Joe's going to discard 2 cards from his hand. I think we need to use these first watches to get rid of these, which then reveals this location. Okay. Then we'll move into that location. Okay. Oh, sorry, what's this? Burning the midnight oil? Who needs it? We got to get this machete out. We also got to, like, stop dying. I mean, he has drawn a large amount of Mythos cards. All right. We're going to attempt to evade this guy. 5 to 3. Yeah, that's probably fine. Whoa. All right, and then we're going to move into this location. We have 4 to 4, so we're going to commit the deduction to go 5 to 4. I'm going to commit the We're going to commit this, and then also that. No, also this. I'm going to seal +1, 0, 0, because drawing 2 seems nice. All right, so we have 8 to 4. Okay. Eventually this scavenging will do something, he said, with heavy doubt in his mind. Oh, I should use that. I didn't. That's okay. All right. Lower city, lower city. In a deep part of an ancient building, you find a series of rooms that resemble nothing so much as the cells of a jail or asylum. The walls of most have been defaced with crude versions of the dot patterns that you now recognize as writing. In one cell, however, I looked over at chat. In one cell, however, the floors, walls, and ceilings have been covered with mural carvings. The quality is high, but they are extremely cramped and often cover over each other, making it hard to decipher them. A frequently repeated motif is the same lighthouse-like lure that you saw being used before. In each image here, however, the lighthouse is shown attracting a vast being that towers over the city. Later, you assume, events depict a battle to subdue it, whereupon it is compressed in some way and then imprisoned. The prison resembles a tornado which is both regular in shape and stuck in place. The nameless darkness, exclaims Atu. A myth even to my people. You would say a folk tale? It is a dancer, the progeny of divine Azathoth itself. One of the oldest, older even than sage Yog-Sothoth. You can call him Dad, it's okay. How can it be here? Its presence alone would unmake the world. To have trapped it, the sheer blasphemous power of the stagnant ones, the untempered arrogance. It must still be trapped. It cannot be freed. Cool. All right, last thing we're going to do is we're going to seal the nice token. Runes, runes, runes. We have 3 of these. Interesting. Okay, well, let's put some clues down and some obstacles down. This one has none. All right, well, then this one we don't even need to go to. Okay. Okay. We take a horror. This guy moves here. We flip him. Yay! Just what I was hoping would happen. He just keeps... Scout the cliffs. That's what he's saying. Scout the cliffs. Back to the gateway. All right, let's go to upkeep. Resourceful is always nice. That's good. All right, we're going to first watch this. Hey, why don't you take that, Ashcan? That would be great. Yeah, scout das Cliffs. He's not German. He doesn't say das. All right, let's do this test. We're testing 4 to 3. You're standing up. Wow. Well, on the plus side, we get to heal a damage. Horror. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you're the guy from the thing. All right, so if we send this guy back this way, this might honestly be timed very elegantly if this is the case. Okay. Okay. We're going to... Yeah, I love the new composures. I think they're fantastic. We're going to do this. We're going to move into this location. I think we just go for this. We just do this test 3. We have 6 to 3. Yeah, we do one of them. All right, this test will automatically fail. I don't think I really want this guy to come get me. Yeah, I could just automatically fail, and I think we will refill our hand a bit. Okay. As for you, Ashcan, we're going to move into this location. We're going to do this. And we're going to do that. So we have 6 to 3. Incredible. Analyzing board state, computing, we pass by enough, we can activate this. Choosing an item card, we're going to grab this. We're going to put this into play, paying its cost. Boom! Scavenging 2 has finally done something. Albeit in all fairness, we were very passively going for it. So, like, this is fine. We were very passively going for it. We're going to return a card to our hand, and that's going to be Lucky 2, otherwise known as, sorry, Lucky 3, otherwise known as Keep Joe Diamond Alive. Oh my god, okay, 1 second. Other mental triggers too, right? No, you have to exhaust them. You have to exhaust them. And this one's already exhausted. So at this point now, we can kind of probably just like live with this horror, right? Like I was going to get rid of this, but we can like progress the game. We're going to go for it. We're going to do this 2 to 3. It's not likely we're going to pass, but we're going to at least try. All right, that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do... Well, actually, 1 second. I see that token. I don't have a window I can do this thing in, right? Skill test timing. Nah, we don't have a window. Okay. Stevie Psycho, welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you. Okay. Give me the glimmers. Now, if we see our weakness here, it's going to like kind of be a little bit poopy, but it should probably be fine. That's not the weakest I was talking about, and like it's still like it's unfortunate, but I still think it's okay. Oh, sorry, I should have done this runes thing. I meant to do that. It's just lore, so we'll read it. After remove the last clue from a runes location, investigators spend player clues as a group to draw this card and flip it. Looking over a mural which appears to depict the reproductive cycle of the city builders, Dyer confides in you that a complex biological matter has been gnawing at him since his last visit. They are pteridophytes, like ferns, or at least that was Lake's determination. Images like these showing the release of spores seem to corroborate his examination. Pteridophytes, you recall, have a remarkably life cycle alternating each generation between two entirely different forms. The sporocyte and the gametophyte stages. Gametophyte? New words. Mike, thank you so much for the bits. Though tied together reproductively to the casual observer, they would appear to be entirely different plants. If the city builders are the sporocytes in this relationship, then what and where is the alternate form? The gametophyte, the prophallus, if you will, could be anything from a monoplankton to an entirely dissimilar independent being. The more ancient murals from the founding of the city appear to have once depicted them, but in every reference I can find, they have been comprehensively erased from the visual record. What is going on over here? In newer, cruder murals, the creatures are shown extracting gametes from some kind of device or machine. Did they escape the need for alternate forms through technology? If so, why are the older depictions seemingly hidden? Into the victory display with you. All right. 8 of 14. Uh-oh! SpaghettiOs! Plus side, that's going to have these guys fight for a bit. Joe. All right, we're testing 2 to 3. Oh my god! So sick. Scene of the crime. Mike, thanks for the bits. Okay. Oh, that's the worst time we could have had this happen, huh? This is bad. This is really bad. We also didn't take that horror last turn from this. What do we do here? This is tricky, guys. This is tough. This was the worst time for this Racked by Nightmares, and we actually cannot even... We can't even do anything about it. Okay, I have a plan. It's not good, but it's a plan. Joe is going to try to evade this thing at 2 to 4. 2 to 3, sorry, 2 to 3. We're going to commit one of these to go 3 to 3. -4. Alright, it's ruined everything. Oh my god, why? This thing is just a fucking tank. Three to 3. -4. Alright, Joe, go again. I want to keep that first watch. Hey! Yes, I would love to put one of these on the bottom. Okay. We move in here, and this guy engages us. This is still fine. This is still fine. This is a problem. We move in here, and we do Racked by Nightmares. You don't go there. Okay. Beep boop, I'm a robot. Get this Nazi out of here. All right, this guy's going to attack us. We're going to spend an evidence on Michael Lee. So we're attacking at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 4. That's enough. We'll deal 3 damage to him. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This guy sucks. This guy's going to be a big problem. Sorry, we took a horror. All right, now we go upkeep. Upkeep. Okay. 9 of 14. We are running out of time. We need to get there. This one's probably the most doable one we have. Okay. We're going to first watch this turn. Are both my deductions in here? No, we have a deduction left in this deck. Okay, odds of hitting it are pretty good. All right, we're going to first watch this turn. No enemies. You're an enemy. Choppity choppity. Movity uppity. We got to get our machete out. We could vicious blow. That would be very helpful. I think we do this. All right, we're testing 4 to 5. All right, we're going to choose to automatically fail. We heal a horror. We heal a damage. So we have 5 that we can divvy out here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, just, oh no, you're right. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Joe, why do you have the worst hunches today? His hunches are just abysmal. Oh, Joe. All right, so let's look at this. 10, 11, 12, 13. We're in trouble. Like, we can, like, evade this guy, in theory. We also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We also could have him spend some time in here, right? We could in theory. All right, well, we're going to try to fight this guy. We're not going to use an attack yet. We're going to do a practice makes perfect. Give me the vicious blow. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 4. Yeah. Yeah. He's dead. You go in my hand. So that is 1. This is 2. Suppose we just do this. No. No, I think we get the machete out. Chat's once again going to hate me for that. How come you guys never play on hard expert? Not interested in it that much. I want to play hard at least once this year, but like as soon as you get to the harder difficulties, you have to change the plan around. Like you need to, like your deck needs to be a bit more focused on either avoiding tests as much as you can, or like it becomes the less tests you can take, the better. Hard, less than expert. Like expert still is even more hard. You can still take tests, but I like taking tests. I like drawing tokens, and standard works really well for that. It's just a fun difficulty to play on. I also think, honestly, I'm going to be completely real. I think the hard and expert difficulties are just inflated to the point where you're like not actually challenged. It becomes about avoiding the game rather than playing the game. I'm going to just say it. I think hard and expert are just, it's like difficulty. It's just aimed, the enemies have more, like the guys shooting at you have more health and better aim. It's not actually like, you know, trying to just like challenge you in other ways. It's just putting numbers up. I don't think it's that exciting. Okay, what do we do here? Well, we duke into this location. We're testing at 4 to 4. Let's go. -4. 2. Look what I found. These two clues. We'll spend those and get some lore. Yeah, like I definitely want to play hard. And I think it's like, I don't think I'm ever going to play on expert. To me, that's not fun. I can respect that it is people like trying to optimize a deck for expert can be fun, but it's not fun for me. Here, look! Dyer is pointing at a stylistic representation of a creature that dwelled in the sea beneath the continent in the city's heyday millions of years ago. It resembles a kind of five-headed serpent, ranging in size from large to colossal enough to threaten a settlement. The depiction is strikingly similar to the many-mouthed lampreys that attacked you in the warm waters of the deeper tunnels. Mike, 5 gift subs? That is super poggy. Thank you so much. I mean, obviously, you're my business partner, but still, super poggy. The city builders can hardly be described as merciful, exterminating or dominating other species, seemingly without restraint. But their interactions with these Hydra-like creatures are quite different. They seem to treat them with care, even respect. Given this and the shared quintile nature, I cannot help but speculate at some closer relationship between these two creatures. Mike is the Pog. What if the Hydra things are prophyllic stages of the life cycle? Certainly that would explain the reverence and also the city builders' ongoing proximity to the sea. Atu suddenly speaks. You are mistaken. The coiling ones, your Hydras, do not come from the stagnant ones. They are a result of our attempts at procreation. We lack for some secret, and without it, our offspring grow into these monsters rather than our own kind. Dyer frowns at this, but says nothing. By the way, if anyone's watching and you have not used your Twitch Prime, you should use your Twitch Prime on this channel. We would love to have it. We would absolutely love to have it. Okay. We have 2 actions left. Do we get rid of this? This guy won't come for us then. This guy, we have to get out of here next turn. And it costs an additional action to get out. So I think we actually have to investigate. If we move this guy here, No, but then he'll be engaged. No, this is fine. This is fine. All right. We will get rid of this so we can stop bleeding a bit. We're also going to discard this to stand up Jacob. Okay. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy moves in here. This guy moves in here. And now the war has begun. Am I right in saying that this campaign has used story cards in every scenario? There is a lot of it. Obviously, the designer likes it's story first in this one. Like it's very top down for its style, and the creator is a very good writer. So like I'm here for it. I'm down for it. But yeah, there's been a lot. All right, war begins. So this guy deals 4 damage over here. This guy deals 4 damage to this guy. So we want this guy to attack first, actually. So this guy can deal 2 damage and then 2 more damage. So 4 damage to this thing. Then this guy takes 4, and then this guy takes, what's this? You're in this deck. So this guy has 1 remaining, and then this guy takes 4 as well. Okay. Upkeep. Rita Young! Rita! Cool. 10 of 14. All right, we got to get moving. 4 to 3. Sweet. 4 to 4. 4 to 4, because this is an abomination. So 4 to 4, but we're still good. We drew a 0. Germans? Egad! Oh, this is gone. So I think Joe is going to be better at investigating here. So we're actually going to bite the guy, and we're going to commit this vicious blow to it. That's a prepared for the worst. This is a vicious blow. So we have 4, 5, 6 to 2. Here. The Germans. This guy is dead, though. Okay. We're going to discard this Unrelenting to stand Duke up. We succeeded by 2, right? Yes. So we can heal a damage and heal a horror. Seems like a good deal. All right, Duke's going to bite this guy. We have 4 to 3. He's dead. He's dead, and he goes in the victory display. Okay. We are going to burn the Midnight Oil. We're going to investigate here. So we have 4, 4, 5, 6 to 4. I'm going to spend the 2 we got to go to 8. That fucking sucks, man. Good God. Can this game chill? Automatically fails. We're just going to go 6 to 4. Thank God. Just didn't even have to try, I guess. Let's go again. Yeah, just didn't have to put anything into it. All right, let's reveal this. Be runes to tunnels. Okay. Okay, enemy phase. We want this guy to put the damage on him. And then we want this guy to nuke this guy out of the sky. Okay. Upkeep. All right, so we're not going to get all of them, but we're going to focus on getting there this next turn. Okay. 11 of 14. We have... These Germans are a big thorn in my side. I hate the German Nazis. God, it's the worst timing, man. I am kind of just over this right now. We can't even leave this location because of this, so we're going to have to take an attack of opportunity. Luckily, we can, like, survive them, right? Joe has a bit of a riskier time with that, because our fucking dude's going to die. Worst draws there. Scene of the crime! Great! Great. We could try to evade them. Joe could try to evade. Testing at 2-2. Go, Joe. 4-2. This won't trigger if there is an unengaged hunter enemy. There are no unengaged hunter enemies. I'm here to scope out the competition. Making a campaign of my own. I'm here to see if there's any campaigns, fire points rub off of me. There's a lot of great custom campaigns. I really like this one. I think this one's really nice. Good evade. Okay. We're then going to spend 2 actions to move into this location. We have to spawn an enemy. We can put him here at a connecting location. Cool. Reveal each connecting location. Awesome. So we're not going to get this last runes card, at least on this go. I assume there might be a second version of this, but we'll not worry about that yet. 2 clues here. Okay. We're going to also evade over here at 3-2. We're a lot less worried about our test working because we literally just like don't fail. Oh, I discarded the thing, but I also needed to move out here. We'll stand you up. I also need to spend 2 to move out there. Okay. This guy, he has Nazis on the brain, so he moves here. Oh no, I think we want this guy to move here. This guy has Nazis on the brain, so he moves in there. This guy absolutely obliterates the Nazis. Like, he just unloads on them. Because he is a massive enemy, he deals 2-player damage. If you ask me at the end of this episode, I'll definitely talk about that. Once I finish the scenario. I usually like to... I can talk about that. What time is it? It's 2:44? Cool. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the thing here. I wanted to grab penguins and put them right here. The penguins. Upkeep. Upkeep. Hey. 12 of 14. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to give that to Pete. Because if we draw this, we can get rid of it. That's good. All right, we're going to move into this location, and then we're going to... Is your 2021 Gator list post-taboo and standard difficulty? It's post-taboo. Yeah, we play with all the taboos for those. So it's assumed there's tabooed investigators, 2 and 3 players on standard, the difficulty we play. I think it does transfer pretty well, though, just generally, general power levels. Apart from some probably fluctuate. I mean, I can't imagine how someone like Kelvin Wright is better on hard difficulty or on hard or expert. I can't imagine that. All right, and then we're gonna get rid of this with our last 2 actions, and then Ashcan's gonna move in here and get rid of this. Okay. These guys are dead. All right, this guy moves in here. And that guy can move there. All right, let's advance. A huge gateway stands here, and beyond it is the ruined lower floor of a round hall. A spiral ramp winds its way up and around the inside of the wall, spectacular murals lining its path. Dieter immediately recognizes the place and leads the way eagerly towards the surface. Read Interlude 6b, Path to the Surface in the campaign guide, then advance to Act 2a, the Upper City. Okay, let's go. As you start up the ramp, Dyer begins to talk. I never told you what I hoped to achieve in this desolate place. How can we, a group of ephemeral mortals, hope to triumph over such eldritch horrors as these? There is a spell in the Necronomicon which I believe can wreak devastation on these creatures. Let's survey the area and see what state the city is in and plan from there. While you climb and Dyer talks, you begin to hear noises from above. Muffled bangs, the sound of falling and breaking stone, and all manner of alien hooting and cacophony. Reaching the surface door of the building, you peer out into a shocking sight. The anticipated timeless Queasian city is an incandescent war zone. Alright, so we subtract, so we get 2. For each point remaining, we may heal 1 damage or 1 horror. Remove all. Basically, we're doing what we did. Alright, so I would like to heal this. And then give me that. Interludes in addition to story cards? Heck yeah. I mean, like with these ones, you actually never need to read them after the first time, right? Like, obviously, like the goal for the first time is heavy story. But then afterwards, like I rarely, if ever, read any of the flavor text on my second playthrough. Remove all doom from Agenda 1A and skipped to Agenda 1B. The roiling apocalyptic sky is filled with winged creatures that seem to be battling each other. Some of the 5-winged creators of the city, others of 2-winged variety that look something like a cross between a fungus and a crustacean. The 2 kinds of alien are blasting at each other with various colors of eldritch energy from the devices they carry. Just going to stand and stretch my legs. Further off, you see a sort of giant tri-legged metal war machine striding between the ruined buildings of the city, and beyond that, the familiar sight of the German Zeppelin indiscriminately firing on both groups of aliens. Okay. Flip the sunless and move it to the bottom left of the play area. Zoop. Sorry. Move it to the bottom left. Any cards at those locations are discarded. Sorry, so set. Remove the Pathfinder from Yuggoth from the game. Say no more. Move each surviving investigator to the spiral ramp. That's going to exist right here. They said bottom left. Oh, I'm reading the paper version. Any of those cards are discarded. 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 This is going to go back in there. Sorry, discarded. blow up this junk. Shuffle the set aside, explore locations 2 deck, place the set aside vertiginous citadel location in the upper right of the play area, with a spiral ramp at the bottom left and the vertiginous citadel in the top right. Randomly deal the explored locations into a grid. We have done this. But I'll be right now, I'll just say, I kind of really like, it just works really well for me that I'm now going this way. I feel like this just makes my brain feel like I'm doing something a little bit different, even though it's the same kind of thing. Weird how brains work, huh? Okay. Shuffle the set aside, and then shuffling counter deck 2. Shuffle 1, randomly spawn 1 face-up enemy at each location. When resolving the hunter keyword on rivals, you may find it helpful to rotate enemies to remind you which hunter keywords have resolved. Spawn 1 enemy face-up at each location and skip the Mythos phase next turn. Wild. This is going to get nutty. No like. I'm very overwhelmed. Okay. The surface of the city is breathtaking sight, even without the war. Timeless, gigantic buildings of cyclopean stone stretch away for miles, creating an alien skyline that was abandoned before mankind discovered fire. Dyer points to a particularly tall, mostly intact spire to the northeast. There, if we can reach that tower, we can survey the city from above. Ah, the Zeppelin's back! Alright, so this is gonna get fucking nuts, okay? This is gonna get a little bit wild. So we gotta reveal connecting locations. Reveal each connecting locations. Oh my god, is that victory I see? Do we really need more victory? We have no Mythos deck. Just checking. No enemies. Sorry, no Mythos deck. Okay, this is going to be a little bit nuts. It is now our turn. Alright, this guy is going to come for us. There should be an encounter deck? Should there? Ah, encounter deck 2. I see. Perfect. Okay. I must have just missed that. Ah, okay. Shuffle the set aside encounter deck 2. This is now the encounter deck. Shuffle the set aside enemy deck. Randomly spawn 1 enemy face up at each location. Okay. Are there Germans in here? This guy should be gone. He's in the victory display. Okay. We have to get here. Yeah, same issue as Eye of Truth. Luckily, that's a pretty easy addition because it's not function, it's just game text, setup text. All right. Choppy choppy. This guy fights this guy. This guy moves up here. The frick? All right, so we have two Shuggoths. They're over here. So I think we want to stay here this turn. Which does feel, admittedly, a tiny bit bad. But once we see these guys split off into their groups, we're going to have more choices. So we're going to ice pick. Well, actually, here, 1 second. Let's let this guy go first. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Chippity chop! Auto fail. Let's go again. Chippity chop! That's 2 damage. One more time. Chippity chop! Hey. Okay, now over here, we're going to play Ice Pick. I'm going to investigate with Duke at 4 to 3. We're going to go 5 to 3. We're going to draw 0. -4. All right, I'll fail by 2. Heal a horror. Heal a damage. We ain't even upset, yo. All right. We're going to discard Winging It to ready Duke. I'll use the Winging It. Yeah, double mementos do be kind of tasty. We're going to investigate here at 2 to 2. Oh, where is it? Come here, you son of a gun. It's all coming up Millhouse. Then for our last action, we're going to spend 1 to get these glimmers of hope in our hand. Poggy? Alright. Enemies. We need this guy to move here. This guy has moved. This guy moves up here. This guy has moved. This guy... This guy moves here. This guy This guy like moves here. I think we want this guy to move there. And this guy moves here. This motherfucker can start flying towards these Nazis. This guy moves here. All right, I think now everyone is engaged and they're fighting. I think everyone's fighting. All right, let's start doing some combat, shall we? Some Mortal Kombat. How did I come to notice my campaign? I'm always hunting. I'm always hunting for custom campaigns. I'm always just trying to sniff them out. Okay, let's start here. So this guy deals 4 damage to this guy. And this guy deals 2 damage to this. Complete campaign. Yes, I prefer to play finished ones. This guy's dead. This is a bit rough that these guys are now like ready to go, but this is just the way our cookie crumbled. So massive. Oh, no, 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 no. He doesn't deal double damage. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. So massive just deals damage to everything. The health per investigator is where they deal, we multiply that damage. Got scenarios left to design? Well, I mean, if you when you got your at least your preliminary thing, go to our Discord channel. You can tell me there in the Arkham section of it. And I'll do it then. Even when you got the base version. Of note, I can sometimes get a little salty. My chat will attest to that. But I'm always happy to do, even on just like an initial design. And then I'll probably play it again. That's what I did with the Dark Matter. I played one of the earlier versions. And then like a year and a half later, or like a year later, I played the final version. Okay. 2-2. One of the rules was no self-advertising. That's fine. In the Arkham one, it's totally okay. You can just like, if it's less like, hey, I mean, you can even also find me on that Discord. I should be Justin PBG or King Cotty, and you can message me privately there too. That also is totally okay. Yeah, a lot of those rules, they come in the form of that's what Discord wants, but we're a bit more lenient when it comes to stuff like that, especially if it can lead to potential content creation on our side. Yeah, it's more like other streams and other YouTube channels. Yeah, exactly. Mike is also, right side of Mike, he is also the other half of playing board games. So, yeah, feel free. It's totally okay. You got the seal of approval. Two. This guy takes 1. This is the exact same fight. This enemy deals double damage to Migo enemies. When this enemy takes damage, reduce the damage by 1. So this guy takes 2 damage. This thing dies. That thing gets launched into fucking space. Over here, This guy deals 4 damage to this. And he deals double damage to vehicle enemies. Wow! Let me just confirm that. And it's only for boss enemies that they deal double damage. So this guy does not die. We're getting there. I assume that this is probably the climax of the rival keyword. I can't imagine how it can get more than this. When this ally takes damage from one of these guys, deal half the damage to the attacking enemy. So we take 1, this guy takes 1. And then this guy takes 4. That was what I thought too. Is there even more? All right. We now have a clear path. We can go to the upkeep phase. Okay. All right. 1 of 8. Evil card over here. When you draw a card, except during the upkeep phase, take 1 frost damage. Totally A-okay. Surge. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards in the encounter deck until you discard 2 different monster enemies and spawn each of them in a different location, empty if possible. Two different monster enemies. One. I smell a surge coming up here with no effect. This is probably why surge is on the card, because it doesn't actually do anything until there are, 2 monster enemies in the discard pile. Test Brain 3. Abomination? Nah. We're testing 2 to 3. -4, you say. We'll take 2, 3. Hey! All right, well, Joe's going to move into this location. Okay, campsite. Tumbled monuments. All right, we definitely don't want to go in that location. All right, so we're going to test 2 to 3. Let's get a +1 here. So scientific theory's gone, then we take 2 more damage. That's rough. I think Joe might die. 1, 2, 3. Don't fall in the pit. Ah, Merit Lage. I love that art. That's one of my favorite magic arts. Hey, he's free. That's cool. We let her go. Hope you enjoy it if and or when you get your eyeballs on it. I hope I enjoy it too. I always love playing a custom campaign. And I mean, if it finishes, I'll definitely play it. I am always excited to play custom campaigns on this channel. It's a little... When I play Arkham like 3 times a week, new stuff is always exciting. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We want to move this guy into here. Oh, sorry. We reveal each connecting location. 4. Test foot 2. If you fail, take 1 damage and move to the spiral ramp. Oh my god. No, thank you. We really got to go through that one, huh? Holy cow. Okay, we can do this, though. Alright, everything attacks. This guy deals 2 damage, this guy deals 2 damage. So this guy goes to 4, this guy dies. This guy deals 1 damage, this guy deals 2 damage, this guy dies. This guy deals 2 damage. This guy deals 2 damage. But it's reduced to 2. No, he's at 4. This guy's dead. Okay. These guys. 2, 1. All right, now German party. Okay, so this guy deals 4 to everything here. So everything's going to die. This guy, in theory, should already be dead. So he deals 2 to everything. This guy will live. This guy will die. This guy deals 4 to this, and then this guy deals 4 to that. So this thing's also dead. Victory display, please. I did check. They do get to go in the victory display. Okay. Ooh, Ashcan could actually probably get us through here. Let's go to upkeep. I mean, Joe might even just die, to be honest. Joe might even just die. Attaches to a non-creature ally asset control if you cannot against Surge. No, Jacob! You can't! This deck is named after him! You son of a bitch! You wouldn't. You wouldn't take Jacob from me. Okay. Let's see what we got. Wait, Jacob, this is a Blessed deck? Heck no! This is an Ashcan Pete deck. We're just using our cards to ready him. It's been going very well. The deck has turned into be really strong. I don't think we can kill this guy. But we can probably go this way. It depends on what this location is, right? So I think the right way is to go up here. We go 1, 2, 3. We go 1, 2, and then the other person moves in there and does that. So this is actually probably Joe goes first. So Joe's going to try to get rid of this. Also, that immediate revulsion in your voice upon the mention of a Blessed deck was funny. Thank you. I've actually played Blessed Silas, Jacob Morrison, and it still did good, but this is like actually consistent. It's kind of bonkers. All right. We're going to overpower this. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 to 3. Nice. Get this junk out of here. No one's abducting my Jacob Morrison. We'll draw a card. Can we kill this thing? Probably not, right? Because whenever it takes damage, reduce the damage by 1. That is a lot of damage reduction. We're going to move in here for action number 2. And then we're going to do this book test. So we have 5 to 4. So we need to get above by 4. So we can't do that. But we can get above by 3 and hope that's good enough. Wait, no, sorry, we can get above by 4. Let's do it. Thank God we did. When you enter this location, draw the topmost enemy in the encounter discard pile. Oh, hello! Alright, Joe is done. Ashcan's ready to rock, though. He's going to go 1, 2. So this guy engages. Reveal each connecting location. There's the citadel. We grab this guy. This guy's massive. Okay. So we can just tank this thing's attack. A walking engine of glistening metal. Okay. I mean, we still could just try to evade it. No, I think if we evade anything, we evade this thing. We also could just, like, try to kill it with Duke, right? With Duke and an ice pick. So we have 6 to 4. We'll go 8 to 4. Do I have another lucky in here? No, I have nothing I want, actually. Yeah, we'll go 8 to 4. Cool. All right, we'll deal 1, 2, 3 damage against this guy. All right, enemy phase. The war continues. This guy moves in here. This guy moves here. There. These guys deal 4 damage to the star spawn, who is just readying this turn. He's just readying, so he doesn't get to attack back. This guy's going to take 1 horror because he is in an adjacent spot to the star spawn. And then Ashcan Pete gets zapped by a laser, which is going to deal him 2 meat damage. But luckily he has these things that he found somewhere that he just keeps in his pocket. Soli Dio Gloria, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. It is a pleasure to have you. By the way, we're going to do something fun after this one, probably, assuming I'm almost done. But I think we're almost in the clear. I think this is like looking to be the end. Feasibly this turn, Unless we draw something really bad here. Test book 3. If you fail, test fist 3. All right. We're going to test 4, 5. Aren't all your streams something fun? It's true, but it's going to be a little bit more fun today. We got 4 to 3. -4. We can use lucky to get through that. I'm going to return... can't be the lucky that I just used. We're going to return this. All right, Joe, what do you got? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, these Germans are the problem. So we want to like see as many Germans as we can. If we see 3 of them, there's still a chance we can draw some. Yeah, the Germans are the problem if we draw the Germans here. Actually, I think it should still be fine. You're also okay. All right. So we're going to try to evade this guy. We have 5 to 2. Sweet. We'll move into this location. We're going to attack this guy with the machete. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll use Michael Lee as well, so then this will deal 4 damage. It'll be sure to deal 4 damage. So we have 8 to 3. Nice. This guy's dead. Then we're going to move into here. Enemy phase. I don't think it actually matters. This thing... These things die. This one dies. This one goes to 4. They deal 4 to this one. He's at 8. This guy still lives. That would have been sick if he died, though. And then we draw cards. And then we immediately advance. From the open top of the citadel, you see for miles across the city. The fighting seems to be dying down. The fungal invaders retreat, and you see the city builders withdrawn to the spires and caves to recuperate. Resolution 1. The Arkham police are still out there trying to get me. All right, resolution 1. The building is tall, the tallest in the city, or close to it. You emerge onto a flat roof of dark stone and avoid the dizzying look down from the parapet at the edge. From here you can see out across the alien metropolis for miles in every direction. Dyer looks around. We should be secure here for now. I know our task seems insurmountable, but I did not come here unprepared. Our salvation lies within the pages of the Necronomicon. It contains the workings of a spell, one that can destroy what remains of this accursed civilization and end the threat to mankind forever. I've been studying it. I think we can make it work. I know this spell was performed at least twice before in Dunwich. You must help me. From behind you, a voice you don't recognize with an obvious Boston accent calls out. William! Dyer looks around, turns to look. A man in a black parka, clean-shaven with goggles pushed up onto his forehead, stands with his hands raised. William, it's me. It's Paul. Danforth? Yes, please. William, you have to... No, shouts Dyer, and before you can do anything, his shoulders is rifled and fired around into the other man. No more. Shuggoth, infiltrator, you devoured him. You killed my friend. But far from rippling and changing and revealing his true form, the man claiming to be Dyer's erstwhile companion in the city collapses to the ground and begins bleeding into the snow. You rush over to give medical attention, but the wound is severe and the closest medical facility is back at the German camp on the other side of the continent. Atu pushes past you, but there's apparently nothing the changeling can do. Danforth, Dyer kneels by his friend. I thought you were... William, gasped Danforth. Moore sent me. You must... Hear him out. Do as he asks. Everything depends on it. Moore is alive. He is in the tower. It lies before the storm to the west. The Elder Pharos, William, the nameless cylinder in the black pit. I tried to tell you, I tried to. Danforth is dead. Dyer gets to his feet, a grim expression on his face. More, he never returned from his expedition. How could he have survived down there? How could Danforth? He cycles the bolt of his rifle, the cartridge spinning off into the snow, and he doesn't look back at the corpse of his friend. To the tower, then. Recording your campaign log that Dyer killed Danforth in the city of the Elder Things. Well, William Dyer, don't you feel like a bit like an idiot? Man, all this stuff makes it really funny how we always make fun of William Dyer for how bad he was in Eldritch Horror. Botticelli is deceased. We may not remove story assets from their deck before the next scenario. Okay. We get victory a billion, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is literally a billion. Joe gets 2 less, so we have 9 and 7. The only problem is Ash can't Pete. Oh, I actually can. Look at that. What's the timing on resourceful then? If is after when, but before then? Something like that? All right. Warning, this interlude is very long. You ain't lying. Oh, my. You know, the warning was accurate. What time is it? All right. This video is already 2 hours long. I'm going to start the next episode with the interlude. We're going to do that instead, because this one's already a banger of a video, nearly 2 hours. Man, I feel like I watched Lawrence of Arabia with these 2 scenarios today. It's just like, it was one through step where it's just like, it's like one through line for a story. So like, fittingly, it all fits really well together. It was really epic. And like I said, I feel like I watched Lawrence of Arabia. It was actually like a really, really, really long campaign. Thankfully, it was split up into 2 parts, knowing that your design intention is for people to only play through. Like play once a week. Does make more sense. But I had a good time. I enjoyed the scenarios. I did. I had a good time with them. But yeah. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being awesome. If you want to support the channel, go to our Patreon page and come join. Come hang out. Get access to, at the $3 level, you get to influence our content and hopefully more in the future. At the $10 level, you get to do everything at the level below and also get exclusive videos that are only on the Patreon page. At the $20 level, you get everything below, and you also get first priority to Patreon Game Day. And hopefully, obviously, for all 3, I want more things coming in the future. Man, my fingers seem very stubby right now. Am I just going crazy? Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.